In this video, we're going to be talking about how to tell if your ex is flirting with you. But first, my name is Clay with modernlove.life, where we help you get the great loving relationship that you are looking for without having to play mind games, without having to play hard to get, and without having to pretend to be someone or something that you are not. Because you deserve to be loved for the unique, amazing, and wonderful person that you are. And if you agree with me, do me a favor by giving this video a thumbs up. Helps with the YouTube algorithm and helps to tell YouTube that they should show more of my videos to people that might find them interesting as opposed to less videos. It does help me out. Also, feel free to subscribe to the channel as well, too. You can do that down below, right next to that thumbs up button. Also, I wanted to let you know that we do have our course called the X Solution Program. It helps you to not only effectively flirt with your ex, but also build that emotional connection between the two of you, to go on that full journey from maybe wherever you are right now, whether your ex is barely talking to you, not talking to you at all, or whatever, all the way towards getting back together with them by focusing in on the emotional connection between the two of you. Not going to hard sell you on it, but if you are curious, the link to it is down in the description box. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. So, your ex might be giving you some interesting behaviors, let's say, and you're not really sure if they're flirting with you, or if it's maybe just force of habit, or if it may be just, you misreading signs or something like that. I mean, this happens to a lot of people, actually. I've spoken to many women over the years that have ended up on, accidental dates. There's some guy that they think is just some platonic friend, and it turns out he thinks that they're dating each other because they've spent 2 or 3 times together or something, and so he does something, makes some sort of grand romantic gesture or even some sort of modest romantic gesture, and she's like, oh my goodness, you thought we were dating. And so it can be a little bit confusing sometimes because flirting is something different for different sorts of people. A lot of people have different definitions of it, so let's go ahead and get into this. The first way you can tell if your ex is flirting with you is if they are intentionally doing something that they know that you find attractive. So, if you complimented them once on like a certain outfit and you said, wow, you look really attractive in that outfit, you look really hot in that outfit, and then maybe the two of you are getting together to meet up or something like that, and you notice that they're wearing the very attractive outfit, you could probably assume that they're doing that to try to entice you in some way, or to try to build up some sort of romantic tension between the two of you. Or it might be, something else, some sort of thing that they do, some sort of, way that they carry themselves or something like that, that they know that really turns you on. And if they are going out of their way to do this, going out of their way to put effort into it, then chances are they're probably doing it as a way of trying to flirt with you. The second way that you can know that your ex is trying to flirt with you is if they seem to follow up attractive things like what we're talking about, and then waiting to gauge your response. So maybe they are doing something that you might think is attractive, that they know that you think is attractive, that they know turns you on in some way, and they do it, right? And then they're just sort of like waiting a little bit to kind of see how you respond to it, right? There's kind of that gap in there. And now, usually when we recommend that people flirt, we recommend that you do it sort of like really smooth, and there's not this like, hey, I just did something, like, are you going to respond to it kind of weird moment. But let's just say not everyone is as smooth as that. And some people think that, a flirtatious move or something is like some sort of, I don't know, Hadouken or something like that, that then you have to wait and see how the other person is going to respond to it. And obviously I don't recommend that you do that, but there are people out there that unfortunately do not follow my advice because they don't know that this channel exists or whatever. But by the way, hit that thumbs up button. You can help tell them that this channel exists. But they might kind of do the Hadouken move, and they might be kind of waiting for you to respond in some way, and just sort of gauging your response. And that kind of lets you know that, like, okay, they were doing something to get a response out of me. And if the thing that they were doing is something that you find attractive and they know you find attractive, then chances are that is some sort of flirtatious move. The third way that you can tell if your ex is trying to flirt with you is if they start to put extra effort into their look when they know that they're going to see you or interact with you. Kind of touched on this already. But if they know that they're going to be meeting up with you because maybe the two of you have arranged to do so, or maybe you're going to some sort of social gathering or something like that, and they know that you're going to be there, if they seem to be, like dressed to kill, dressed to the nines, dressed in tip-top style, or whatever term you may want to use, then you know that they're probably trying to elicit that, hey, I'm attracted to you response from you, okay? And that just shows that they're putting extra effort into their appearance, extra effort into their look, all of that stuff. And, this goes probably mostly for women, but men can also do this too, especially if, you've complimented him on like, oh, I've always loved the way that you look in that whatever shirt or something like that. If you tell a guy that he looks hot in a certain piece of clothing or a certain outfit, or with his hair a certain way or something like that, you can bet he's probably not going to forget that. And you can bet if he is interested in you, he will probably be sure to sport that look very frequently. Before we go on, I want to let you know that we do have our video playlist on connecting emotionally with your ex through things that we call advanced relational skills, okay? You can find that video playlist up there in the corner. I'll go ahead and put a video card for that. If you are new to all of this stuff, if you're new to this channel, because maybe one of your friends hit that thumbs up button, you might want to go ahead and check out that video playlist. It covers a lot of really interesting stuff about advanced relational skills. This is kind of the cornerstone that a lot of our methodology is built on, and it helps people to really connect a lot with their ex and with their partner. So check that out. Another way that you can tell if your ex is flirting with you is if they go out of their way to make physical contact with you. They're making a point and maybe they touch you on the shoulder, or maybe they maybe even do something a little bit more, like maybe even kiss you on the cheek, or maybe do something like a little bit more overt, like kiss you on the lips, or like hold hands, or do something along those lines. Obviously, you can take this to its logical extreme or logical conclusion, but I want to keep these videos more or less family friendly, so you can fill in the blanks yourself. But obviously, physical contact is something that people do when they want to express their romantic interest. There are all sorts of reasons for this. Some people are intentionally doing this, because maybe they've studied things like pickup before, and they know about what they call in the pickup world kinesthetic, means like touching. Or maybe they're just unintentionally doing this because they're just trying to be close to, trying to make that physical contact because they, want to be near a warm body, especially someone that they're attracted to. And so that definitely can fall within the realm of flirting, even if it's just something as simple as like touching someone's shoulder when you're making a point, putting your hand on your back, or something more overt like kissing, holding hands, something else, and so on and so forth. And another way that you can tell if your ex is flirting with you is if they do things that, let's see how to explain this simply. Okay, so if you could imagine, so you and your ex, you're broken up. But if you can imagine that you were in a new relationship with someone else and that they were in a relationship with someone else, two hypothetical new partners, right? Would these hypothetical new partners feel uncomfortable by the way that you and your ex are interacting, by the way that the two of you are talking or texting or meeting up with one another or talking with one another or making physical contact with one another or something like that? If you could imagine that a hypothetical other partner, either of yours or of your ex's, would feel uncomfortable by that, then there is probably a reasonable chance that your ex and you are flirting with one another. Maybe not as overtly as like, hey, baby, but, at least there's something going on beneath the surface there, some tangible sense of attraction that is going on beneath the surface there that is definitely something that you should probably start paying attention to. So anyway, I hope that's helped you out. Once again, this has been the 5 ways you can tell your ex is flirting with you. If you like what we're doing here, if I have not gently nudged you enough throughout this video, please make sure that you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to this channel. It does help us out. Also, if you want to learn more about that X Solution program course, there is a link for it in the description box down below. And if you like what we are doing here, you may also want to check out that playlist on the advanced relational skills. You can find that right over here, or you might want to check out this video over here. But once again, my name is Clay. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.